Fox 13's Matthew Smith was in Bering tonight with locals where King County put out a serious warning. And Matthew, the fires may be a concern of the past, but we're still talking about that tough winter ahead.
This winter honestly looms very large. We all know that the paths can shut down to the east of these folks, but now we're talking about debris that could be washed down onto the road. It could take out homes, it could take out chunks of the road. We just don't know how long these people could get stranded if a worst case scenario plays out. As more rain falls, signs out near Bering are warning drivers. Debris falling is a real concern.
It's been a lot of uncertainty.
Inside this small fire hall, dozens packed a meeting room, all hearing some unwelcome news.
We have some pretty significant areas of concern that could block the highway, could isolate communities, and create some difficulties for you in getting around.
Maps at the front of the room show large red spots. They're the most likely areas where landslides could hit. But debris left behind from the fire essentially means debris can fall from just about anywhere. Earlier in the day, Katie Sorleen, who lives in Grotto, showed us her biggest concerns. Living under an area that was ravaged by fire, rain, and the upcoming snow is now spelling trouble.
Everything is compromised. It's not like there's a healthy grove of trees that's going to stop a debris flow.
We were really concerned about fire debris that comes down off of the hillsides and blocks the roads. We started seeing it in the middle of the fire where firefighters were almost killed. With
lots of rain and snow already showing up in higher elevations, King County's emergency management team is warning that people need 2 weeks of goods on hand in case they get stranded. Tall order for folks, many of whom lost food after prolonged power outages.
We live on Social Security, and it is difficult to build up what you had in store.
William Wade, one of the many forced out of his home by the Bolt Creek fire earlier this year, now coping with the idea of quickly getting prepared for a tough winter that looms ahead.
If it's any time soon, we're not going to be able to have the stock up of food and supplies that this meeting has suggested that all of us have.
So this is something you're in for the long haul, right? This winter would probably have the most significant quantity of impacts, which is why we wanted to get ahead of this and start talking to you about what you need as communities to have on hand.
Now, there is at least some good news. King County did get money for a pilot program where they should be able to reimburse some folks for whether they had to drive way out and around to get to work, or if they lost food or had to burn generators for days and days on end while all the power outages went on during the Bolt Creek fire. But looking ahead, there's a real possibility people could be dealing with difficult circumstances. That's why this meeting was so important. In fact, they're going to be having another one tomorrow night in Skykomish. In Bering, Matthew Smith, Fox 13 News.
If you're interested in applying for that program, we have a link on our website, fox13seattle.com.